Topic under discussion is acidosis and alkalosis. More specifically, we'll be talking here about the respiratory and metabolic acidosis and alkalosis. Before we commence the lecture, I will tell you people first of all the points that I'm going to discuss in today's lecture. First of all, I'll tell you what is acidosis, what is alkalosis, what is respiratory acidosis, and what is metabolic acidosis, what is respiratory alkalosis, and metabolic alkalosis. So then we will talk about the reasons or causes of each, and then we'll talk about the regulation, that how the acidosis and alkalosis is actually maintained in the body. In short, how the pH is actually maintained in the body and the organs responsible to maintain the pH of the body. We'll talk about that. Let's commence the lecture from the very first point, acidosis. What is acidosis? Simple. When the blood pH becomes acidic, it's called acidosis. Alkalosis, when the blood pH becomes basic. Now, what is respiratory acidosis and alkalosis? When the blood pH becomes acidic because of respiratory means, okay? If it is becoming acidic, then that is named as respiratory acidosis. And if it is becoming basic because of respiratory means, then we call that condition as a respiratory alkalosis. And the same is the case with metabolic. Because of metabolism, if the pH is becoming acidic, so that is metabolic acidosis. And because of the same metabolism, if the pH is becoming basic or alkaline, that is named as metabolic alkalosis. Now let's come towards the very reasons or causes of each. Well, in respiratory, we have carbon dioxide gas responsible to cause acidosis and alkalosis. And whereas in the metabolic, we have bicarbonate ions responsible to cause metabolic acidosis and alkalosis. Very simple. Now let's know that how this is actually caused. The respiratory acidosis and alkalosis is actually obtained and it is identified by observing the pressure of the carbon dioxide gas in the body. If it is between 35 to 45 mm of Hg, it's normal. And if it increases from 45 mm of Hg, then it will lead towards the respiratory acidosis. What? Respiratory acidosis. Remember, carbon dioxide is actually acidic gas. So if it is increasing, it will cause acidosis. And if it is decreasing, it will cause alkalosis. So here is the point. If it is decreasing from 35 mm of Hg, it will cause what? Alkalosis. So now this is because of what? Carbon dioxide. That's why it is named as respiratory alkalosis and acidosis. Got? Very simple, easy. Now let's come towards metabolic acidosis and alkalosis. If the range is between 22 to 32 milliequivalents per liter, it's okay, it's normal. Now remember, bicarbonate is actually the alkaline. So if it is increasing, it will cause alkalinity in the blood. If it is decreasing, it will cause what? Acidity in the blood. The reason because it is actually alkaline. So if it is increasing from 32 milliequivalents, so it will cause metabolic alkalosis. It is alkali, so if alkali is increasing, it will cause what? Alkalosis. And it is actually acid. So if acid is increasing, it will cause acidosis. If alkali is increasing, it will cause what? It will cause alkalosis. Very simple. So now here we have the next reading is 22. So if the value is in between this two, 22 to 32, it's normal. So if it is decreasing from 22 milliequivalents per liter, it will lead toward metabolic acidosis. I told you in the beginning, a moment earlier, that bicarbonate is alkali. So if it is increasing, it will cause alkalosis. If it is decreasing, it will cause acidosis. Remember, just you are supposed to have readings of these two, of acidosis and alkalosis regarding respiratory and metabolic. The value you must remember is from 35 to 45 millimeter of mercury regarding respiratory acidosis point of view, alkalosis point of view. So you must remember this value. If the value is more from 45 is acidic, that is named as acidosis, respiratory acidosis. If it is less from 35, that is respiratory alkalosis. And here we have bicarbonate. You must remember the value 22 to 32 milliequivalents per liter. If it is increasing from 32, it will lead towards alkalosis. And if it is decreasing from 22, it will lead towards metabolic acidosis. Very simple and easy. Now let's come towards the next point. This particular reaction you must remember regarding these two, alkalosis and acidosis, whether if you are asked in exams or in the viva. So you must remember about this equation. We know that carbon dioxide gas is actually acidic gas, so when it interacts with water, it will synthesize acid, that is H2CO3 carbonic acid. Weak acid will split into proton and bicarbonate. So this is acid and this is base. So now here comes the answer that some guys are asking, that how the bicarbonate is base. Here we get the answer that when the carbonic acid is actually splitting, so it is actually synthesizing the protons in bicarbonate. This bicarbonate is actually what? Alkali, and proton is actually the acid. It is donating like acid. So if it is increasing in the body, it will cause acidosis, and if it is increasing in the body, it will cause alkalosis. Now let's come towards the regulation, that how the acidosis and alkalosis is actually regulated, and what are the regulatory organs. In the body we have lungs, kidneys, and hydrogen potassium pumps. These are actually responsible to maintain acidosis and alkalosis. Regarding lungs point of view, it is very easy and simple. We know that we breathe in carbon dioxide gas, oxygen along with that. Okay, first of all, our priority is oxygen, so we breathe in oxygen. So along with that, we do inhale some other gases also. So regarding lungs point of view, if there is an increased carbon dioxide accumulation in the body, so we'll breathe out normally. We breathe out the carbon dioxide gas in order to maintain the acidosis or alkalosis in the body. So lungs are playing a very important role. And here we have kidneys. So they're actually responsible to maintain the metabolic acidosis and alkalosis regarding bicarbonate point of view. So if it is switching towards alkalosis and acidosis, so kidneys will help the body to maintain the bicarbonate by means of either secreting it or stopping the bicarbonate ion concentration in the body. And the case regarding pumps point of view, hydrogen potassium pump, this is actually having a little bit more complicated answer. So I will tell you people about this in the next video, or if you guys have got the concept of this, it's okay. If not, kindly drop the comment in the comment box a question regarding the pumps point of view. We will tell you people there in the comment box. Anyways, this is all about the acidosis and alkalosis, respiratory and metabolic.